Hey, so I got this comment, and it's like, I'll put it right here so that you can read it. But from what I remember, it was, how do you push yourself when you don't want to push anymore, especially if you have like mental health issues, depression, anxiety, PTSD, OCD, shit like that. And I've paid a lot of money for therapy to be able to have some coping skills, so I will give you those coping skills for free today. Anyway, so the first one that truly helps me is having some sort of a schedule. Even if I don't keep up with that schedule every single day, I can know that on my bad days, then I will have a schedule to stick to. And that applies to me because I'm a stay-at-home worker. I'm like my own boss. I work all the time, 24/7, but at least I have the grace to be able to give myself, an hour or two when I want or when I need it. So with my schedule, that's looking like I wake up, I take my dogs out, I make sure I eat a breakfast. Even if it's not nutritious, I make sure I put something on my stomach. I take my antidepressant medication, which I get for $80 a month through the Hers app. There's Hims and Hers app. I used to use Cerebral. They were a little too expensive, so I switched to Hims and Hers. Anyway, so now that I have, I'm like helping my mental health on that front, I put myself into a good mindset by watching positive content. I personally like Gary Vaynerchuk for business content and life content because he's just a really solid dude who can give you straight advice on how to live better and run a business better. Another thing that I make sure that I do is I make sure I give myself alone time and I listen to how I feel. If things are coming up to me multiple times in the week, then that's going to be something I'm going to have to sit down with myself and discuss with myself of what's going on there. People, places, things. If something keeps coming up in your psyche that is negative, you might have to cut that people, person, or thing out, or limit how much access they have to you. That it goes to families, bosses, work, shit that you can't get out of. As far as like pushing your hobbies and doing what you want to do, if you do have depression, there are going to be several times where depression robs you of the good feeling of doing something you love to do, and you're just gonna have to tell that feeling to eat shit, and you're gonna do it anyway. And eventually, sometimes you'll find joy in the things that you used to like. But that's how I just keep pushing, is I make sure I have a schedule for my bad days. And I would say, like, reach out to your support system. I know everybody doesn't have a support system or has a very small one, but something as simple as just like making a phone call to a friend and talking about something else and just reminding yourself that like people out there love and care about you is all you really need sometimes. So reach out to the people that love you and try to keep a schedule and try to keep your body fed and hydrated, and that should help. That should be a beginning step to help. If you do have depression, anxiety, and you have mental health issues that you can't cope with on your own, you really should reach out to a mental health professional like I did before it gets worse and worse and worse and worse, and then your body is even more not wanting to make the chemicals to make you happy, because this is a chemical reaction in your brain. And even if something traumatic happens to you, your brain can lose the ability to make those certain chemicals. So it doesn't matter if you think you're hot shit or tough shit or whatever, but sometimes that does happen and you do need to correct those chemicals. Anyway, I hope that helps. I hope that this was resourceful to you. I gotta get back to it, but I wanted to hop on here while I had a dress on and I looked decent. Thank you for watching. I hope it helped. Toadaddy out.